Georges Emmanuel Clancier was born on 3 May 1914 and died on 4 July 2018. He was a French poet, novelist, and journalist. He won the Prix Goncourt Poetry, the Grand Prize of the Académie Française, and the Grand Prize of the Société des Gens de Lettres. Born in Limoges, Clancier was encouraged by professors in 1930. He began writing poems and, in 1933, to work for journals including Les Cahiers du Sud. He came in 1939 to Paris, but returned in 1940 in Limousin, studying at the Faculty of Arts at Poitiers and Toulouse, and met Georges Carcassonne. In 1940, he joined the editorial board of the journal Fontaine led in Algiers by Max Polfché. In Saint-Léonard-de-Noblet, Haute-Vienne, he met Raymond Queneau, Michel Leiris, Leonorin Claude Roy, Pierre Segers, Lois Masson, Pierre Emmanuel and Max Polfché. From 1942 to 1944, he collected and transmitted secretly in Algiers texts of writers of the French resistance to occupied France. After the liberation, he was responsible for programs on Radio Limoges, and was a journalist for the Populaire du Centre. He wrote articles and made extensive comments on the radio, of the work of Maurice Boitel, who came to paint in the region. He founded, with Robert Margeret and René Ruggier, the magazine Centres, then edited a collection of poems, manuscripts, poetry and criticism for editions Ruggier, including poems by Claude Roy, Jean Lescure, Boris Vian. From 1955 to 1970, he worked in Paris as Secretary-General of the Programming Committees of Radio Diffusion Télévision Française, which later became the ORTF. In 1956 he published Le Pain Noir, a series of novels in which he told, until 1961, the story of his family, and his maternal grandmother, an illiterate shepherd. Le Pain Noir was adapted for television in 1974, by François Verny and Serge Moty. He was president of the PEN of France from 1976 to 1979, where he worked in the defense of writers threatened, detained, deported or exiled. In 1980 he was vice president of the French Commission for UNESCO, in 1987 vice president of International PEN, and chairman of the House of Writers, which was founded in 1986 to 1990. He turned 100 in May 2014. He died at 104 years old.